Shaking, shuddering, heart racing, palm sweating. These are our body's reaction to you speaking in public. Your anxiety level is through the roof. You go onto the stage, 100 pairs of eyes are staring at you, emotionlessly, waiting for you to make a fool out of yourself. You forgot your script, so you stand stiffly, perplexed, trying to recall. Yet, blank, blank, blank. This is your head manipulating your fear of speaking publicly. As far as I know, everyone has definitely felt this way before, and for the first time, there's no way to avoid it. People panic when presenting is because they are afraid to mess up and embarrass themselves in front of people. This is perfectly normal. But today, I'm going to give you 5 tips that will help you overcome this fear and eventually become a confident speaker. Tip 1. Practice, practice, practice. Ask anybody that had experiences of doing presentations. First thing you would need to do is to write a script. In this way, your thoughts will be well organized into a clear, logical sequence. Therefore, when you're presenting, you know what to say, which helps reducing the stress. After you have written your script, it is time to practice. Do your presentations over and over again as if it's official, until you're able to present it fluently without thinking. This means your brain has already adapted and memorized the information. Always be sure to know the key points of your presentation, so even if you have stumbled, you would know where to pick up from. It is also important to avoid improvisation, because speaking out your ideas right off the bat might be quite challenging, and oftentimes you would end up giving an unrefined presentation. Tip 2. Try to visualize your presentation while you're presenting it, so you would know what to say next. This trick helps your brain to memorize information more effectively and spontaneously. I personally have used this method when I was giving a persuasive speech on girls' education. I broke down my speech into scenes like a storyboard in my head, and while I was talking, my visualizations were like reminders of the script, letting me know which part of the script I need to talk about next. This indirectly helped with reducing anxiety because when you're prepared in your head, you're likely to be more calm and confident. Tip 3. The last thing you want to do is to overthink, before or during your presentation. This puts unnecessary negative stress to yourself, which could potentially affect your performance. It is perfectly normal that you're nervous about speaking in front of a big crowd because it is a physiological reaction of your body that you couldn't control. But instead of letting it get in your way, you should just ignore it. In this scenario, you just need to think that the audience doesn't even care about your presentation and you're trying to impress them. This makes you feel motivated to present your speech, which could encourage you to present an empowering presentation. Even if you did make a mistake, it doesn't matter because the audience wouldn't care. This way you'll feel less defeated. With all seriousness though, if you really did make a mistake, just pick yourselves up and keep going. After all, it is still an impressive speech. Tip 4. Start strong. You get onto the stage and let your audience know who the boss is. A big crowd can be intimidating, but when you're on a stage, you are in the spotlight and you need to let your audience know that you own it. Starting strong in your presentation not only is a good strategy in speech, as it grabs the audience's attention and gives them a perfect first impression. It is also a way for you to empower yourself. This gives you the motivation to do an impactful presentation. Going against your fear and stepping out of your comfort zone is important because this allows you to grow in your self-discovery journey of being a speaker. This includes turning off your volume and letting every one of your audience hear you. Having more body language instead of standing there stiffly, letting the people know that you're a confident and vigorous person. Lastly, make eye contact with them. This tells the audience that respect and attention is mutual. These methods distract your brain from stressing out, making you feeling less conscious about your fear, and eventually getting more used to the environment of public speaking. At the end of the day, you need more experience of public speaking to ultimately overcome the anxiety that comes with it. Create opportunities for yourself to participate in presentational events. This way you can learn to adapt and embrace the fear, which ultimately makes you being more skilled at public speaking.